Claire, we love you.
Oh, thank you.
And she goes live almost every single day in TikTok. That's super cool.
Girl, I'm about to follow you on TikTok.
It's so much fun.
Consistency. That is my formula.
I know.
Consistency and being real.
And I now have loyalty to the state of Oklahoma.
Okay, YouTube is ready.
Okay, let's go.
Facebook is ready.
Yay.
Yes.
Twitch is ready.
Okay, Twitch is ready.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, step one. You know the switch that turns on the timer?
I struggle with this. The timer.
It's the on-the-air switch.
Okay, yes.
Flip that switch.
Okay, hold on. I promised myself I would record this because I think it's so fun. Now that I finally know where it is.
Okay, put the clapper in front of your face. When you hit the clapper, you're on the air.
Action.
Hi, my name is Talia Rodriguez, and I'm here with Latinas in Business New York. My beautiful co-host, Stephannie. We are going to have an amazing episode 4, and I know it because we just had a really good talk. I'm going to give my guests a chance to introduce themselves, but I'm going to give the floor to Steph so she can say hi to y'all.
Hi, everybody. I'm Stephannie from Wonderland Soothing Creations. I hope everybody's doing well. We have a lot of surprises today, and I can't wait to get started.
It's going to be super fun. Alex, do you want to introduce yourself?
Hi everybody, my name is Alex Burgos. Pronouns are he, him, his. I am a born and raised Buffalo native who, is a proud Latino living in the city of Buffalo. I have worked in various capacities to support the Latino and communities of color, both through my career at Mocha Buffalo and Trillium Health, to now partnering with various organizations such as Black and Latino Pride, and through statewide legislative advocacy. You may have seen me in various media outlets.
Oh, you just won something. What did you win? Claire, he wins awards, so he just needs a couple minutes. Go ahead, Alex. Go ahead and say what awards you won.
So my two most recent ones are, my most recent one was from New York State Comptroller Thomas DiNapoli, and that was last month in June, and then prior to that, I was inducted into the 2022 30 Under 30 from Buffalo Business First.
Right? So impressive. Let's round of applause. Welcome to the show, Alex. You are a distinguished guest, and we're excited to have you. Also, my friend and fellow West Sider. So, Wepa.
Yes.
Gracias por venir. I was just saying off air that I now have a loyalty to the state of Oklahoma, and I want to say that publicly. Claire, can you introduce yourself, and I'll tell everybody why I love you in the state of Oklahoma later.
Yes, so I'm Claire Jackson, and I started... Thank you. I started a company called CJ Couture, which is Claire Jackson Couture. And it started with the premise that I honestly just needed something to do with my hands. I lost my dad to, he unalived himself, unfortunately.
Okay.
And everything from my business started with empowering other people to never feel like that again. So on top of my crown, I make everyone feel like the king or queen that they are. All my crowns are 100% custom, that you guys get to design your own crown, and then I make it and turn it into a TikTok, and it's so much fun. But it started with just giving away ribbons, awareness ribbons, and warning signs. And some people don't want to talk about it. They don't want. Mom's the word. You want to.
Oh yeah, there's no mom here, Claire. Mom here. We are talking about it. I love that you raise awareness. Alex does too. So you're going to transition me. Can I just say something? Stephannie, can you share the link to my Facebook? Yes. I don't know why I can't do it. Claire, we're going to ask the number 2 question, right? And I kind of want to flip it up a little bit. We asked kind of why you both came to the show, but I think it was because I invited you, so that's the obvious answer. But I really wanted to talk about the awareness that both of you raised, and you kind of both were getting into that in your intros. So Claire, can you start us off? What is the awareness that you raise with your business? You were just saying a little bit about that, and can I just say that you made me feel like a queen a million miles away when I got your product, and you know what I did with it. I have other plans to buy other things, but yeah, say what you do, Claire. I'm really proud of you.
Yeah, so I take my proceeds from all my lives and I make these awareness ribbons, and I have them right here.
Yay!
Which is the color along with warning signs.
Okay.
These are all signs that I saw in my father before he passed.
Okay.
So these are legit for real. Here is the keychains.
It's a keychain, and that's pretty.
Wow.
It's straight up, and I send them out
that to you.
completely for free. If you need one, all you have to do is order it on my website. You don't pay a thing.
Okay, because we're about to have people order some keychains in the city of Buffalo, Claire.
Oh, wow.
That's super awesome that you do that.
And also, I want to add from Claire, when the mass shootings happened here in Buffalo and they happened in Texas, there was another one in Oklahoma, and she did mass shooting awareness ribbons.
Claire, look how powerful you
Oh,
are.
wow.
It happened 45 minutes away from me.
Okay.
In a doctor's office, and I was like, oh my gosh, that's just horrific. Everything is just horrific. But yeah, so I decided to make these and talk about I give little information cards about that now too.
That's amazing. Claire,
That's beautiful.
we're going to come back to that. Alex, what's your reaction to Claire and raising the advocacy? Claire, just remind us where you are again.
I'm in Oklahoma.
What city, Claire?
I'm in Bartlesville. It's about
Cool.
45 miles north of Tulsa.
That's awesome. You're in Tulsa, Oklahoma. I love it. Alex, what's your reaction to Claire's work? I know that you probably think it's as wonderful as I do, but wanting to give you some space.
Oh, I'm just like, I'm blown away. I mean, the first part, I mean, I think it hits so close to many people within the LGBT community in particular, especially our youth. I've worked with many youth that have dealt with that and have struggled with that. And then to also see that you're bringing awareness to gun violence. For Talia and I, what happened in Buffalo probably hits very close to home, as it only happened, at most a few miles from each one of us. So to really see like how these things that bring us a tremendous amount of pain can become a source of healing and connectivity. I mean, that's so inspiring to me.
And that's really concise, Alex, because that's what started Latina Her Story. Claire, I don't know if you know the story, but my grandma passed, and I was like, I just want to do something. So, I think it's fantastic that you give. Like that you give of yourself and your energy, and I'm just so grateful that you're here on the show with us. Alex, do you want to talk a little bit, I know you kind of got into it, a little bit of your advocacy and kind of the exciting things that you have coming up, because I know that there is so much swirling around in the world of Alex, as there is in the world of Claire, and I will be following you digitally, Claire. Go ahead, Alex.
Yeah, well, I think like Claire, I think the things that we struggle with in our lives can sometimes be the catalyst for the greatest change, right? And I firmly believe that when we hit our lowest points in our lives, that is a moment that can lead to said change.
Right.
My start in advocacy started really from, the impacts of racism, of homophobia, of different forms of oppression that I experienced in my own life, including, feeling like I didn't belong, feeling like, there weren't systems in place to protect people like me or protect my family or to protect my community.
Right.
And that's what eventually led to me working at MOCA, which I'm I'm no longer part of MOCA, but I cherish every single moment that I had there. But that eventually led to my current role and the work that I do now in the community, partnering with the organization Black and Latino Pride to produce those events. And then also, bringing awareness on the issues that impact the most marginalized communities. So one of the things I'm very passionate about are like voter engagement, getting people registered to vote, canvassing, political outreach and education, because this is the greatest way to me, in my opinion, for our communities to build power. And one of the reasons why I was so excited to come on this show is because, for those of you that don't know, I'm sure you already know, Talia was the first Latina to do political commentary on the news.
Thank you!
Yeah.
Yes.
I was so ecstatic. I was so
You're
proud.
proud of me. That means something.
So, I've known Talia for years, and I just know that both of our missions and our goals really do align.
Since I rang your doorbell, Alex. And everyone was like, who is this girl who rang the doorbell? You're not supposed to ring the doorbell. Stephannie has a question. Stephannie, also acknowledging our producer, Richard. Richard, we love you. Think Twice Radio. Richard, Stephannie wants to know if you can turn the comments on.
Oh, the screen monitor.
I will.
Or the screen monitor.
Yeah, I'm going to work on that.
Okay, thank you.
We love you, Richard. Thank you. I think a lot of what we're talking about here, and I'm going to give you the floor to Stephannie to answer this question, actually, is about community building. It's like, how do you get people from different places to come together and to feel strongly about like a shared goal? And I know, Steph, you have done that in so many other places, but with your experience in Latinas in business and everything that we're doing, how do you think we do that? And then let's go, I'm not good like clockwise or counterclockwise, but let's you do it, Stephannie. Go ahead.
Okay, so I'm going to answer first, then Alex, and then Claire.
Okay.
How about that?
All right, that's perfect, because this wasn't working. This wasn't good enough directions for everyone.
Okay, so I think right now, nowadays, I think it would be with social media.
Okay, that's how we get community together.
And yeah, no, definitely.
Yeah.
Claire actually has been one of the ones who taught me that, like,
Claire está famosa.
Yeah, Claire está famosa. Social media is, I would say, the best way to communicate with people. Like, I have a meeting tomorrow, and it was thanks to social media. I found the person thanks to social media. That's like our main, I would say, besides our phones, text messaging, calling, it's social media.
Definitely.
Alex.
Yes.
Your next question was, with everything going on right now, being leaders, how do you think is the best way to bring community together? Like, because everyone here is a community, but every single person has a community that builds off of each one of us, you know?
Yeah, so, I mean, I think COVID really proved the power of social media. It proved that connectivity could happen in so many different ways. But it also forced us to become more innovative and really reassess what was working, what wasn't working, and who we were missing. I think in many ways, COVID sort of disillusioned many of us from our rose-colored glasses in the way that we viewed the world or issues. And so I think in particular, with the events that I started doing post-COVID, a lot of it was the result of communities not being reached out to as a result of the pandemic, but also needs that weren't being met overall. So I know, with the Black and Latino community in particular, there's a need to bring a lot of folks in those communities, particularly our young men, outside of isolation.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
We know that Latino men and Black men as well experience mental health concerns like the rest of us, but unfortunately there aren't very many resources available out there that are specifically catered to them or that are even accessible. So the concept behind my community events was to bring those resources to them, to bridge those gaps instead of them having to go through the system, having to face barriers, ultimately to maybe not necessarily find what they were looking for.
That's awesome, Alex. Claire, I think it's so amazing that Stephannie connected your voice to our voice, right? Because, and Alex can attest this, like, how hard is it when communities are separated for them to get together just within now the digital world, right? Because there's a million different groups, so it's like, how do you even connect those groups? So Claire, so excited to hear your voice and remind everyone you're in Oklahoma, and that makes you so exotic to me. I'm like, you're so exotic, Claire. Can you talk a little bit about, from your lens, how you see community building?
Yeah, definitely here. I live in a small town, but I'm always going to Tulsa for any type of events, any type of walkathons, or anything that has to do with mental health awareness. I am literally there in the middle with the people, and I am just handing out just handing them out like crazy. Sometimes I make videos of me just literally handing them to people. Here with me, I can reach so many more people with social media, and it's literally like I said, in 10 months, it just blew up.
Claire, you have 100,000 followers. I don't mean to yell at you or something like that. Like, I have 2 followers on TikTok. I made a half a tick. I mean, I'm done. Like, now I have to follow you.
Okay, now that you mentioned that, I do have some people here too that are saying hi to us. I was able to find the comments.
Claire, they're saying hi to you.
Shannon, one of our friends from CJ Couture, Shannon is saying
Shannon.
hi. Hi, Shannon. A mi prima Virgen, like always, tan fiel mi prima bella. Un beso.
She's with the gang.
She's with the gang. Ana McCarthy, hola.
Hi.
Un saludo. And we also, Jackie's online too. Hey,
Jackie, I love you. Anybody that's watching our show, big hearts.
Joe's here too. Hi, Joe.
Oh, Joe's a friend of the show.
Joe. And
Joe.
Shannon has a question for.
This is our
Claire.
first question from the comments. This
And
is
I'm gonna say it in
Pandemonium, y'all.
English.
Episode 4. Sorry.
Okay, before I ask the question, if it's okay with you guys, I'm gonna do a quick brief in Spanish. La Virgen, por ejemplo, que está viéndonos en español, que ella no habla inglés. Virgen, aquí tenemos a Alex y tenemos a Claire. Alex es él es un defensor de los derechos de los hombres y Claire es la que hace coronas y tiene su propio negocio. The question that we have for Claire is, hi Jackie.
Hi,
The question that we
Jackie.
have for Claire is, Claire, what is your favorite product to make?
But say it in Spanish.
Okay, y Claire, ¿cuál es tu producto favorito que tú haces?
And I can totally answer this for her. It's anything for Latinas in business.
Yes.
But Claire, go
Our
ahead. Take
the L's for Latinas in business.
My big pink L.
Yes. I think probably my number one is the crowns. I love making people feel special. That is just my goal. So definitely the crowns. But I am so blessed, doing the lives that I'm able to make these and hand them out completely free. So that is a close second.
Definitely.
Okay, so el producto que a ella más le gusta hacer definitivamente son las coronas, además de los lazos para prevención contra el suicidio.
Do you know that I have such a big mouth that Stephannie won't tell me what you made for her? She refuses to tell me because she knows I will tell all the girls and I will ruin the surprise. So,
Yeah.
Okay, this is a perfect chef. Go
I'm
ahead.
sorry, Jackie made, like last month you made something. I contacted Jackie from La Luna, and she made something for us, and she already sent me the pictures of everything. Dorcas saw it. But
No one will tell me anything.
And it's beautiful. I already saw it. It's on its way. I think it arrives tomorrow. And I wish I can show you, but no, I can't show her. She will tell everybody.
I know I will. And Claire, I'm just so excited that you give things out for free because I give out, part of my professional role is working with systems that give out food for free. So I think giving things out for free is like this thing that's like really a joy, right? And I'm so excited.
Dorcas is here.
Dorcas, hi Dorcas, te amo.
Te amo, Dorcas.
The next question that I wanted to ask, and we kind of like we're transitioning into this, and Claire, you're talking about events, right? So we know that digital is the way to reach our community and bring us together. Claire's in Oklahoma. You're so exotic. You're like the farthest person to ever come into our show. And then we know also we need physical events. So Alex was talking about doing some events post-COVID and bringing people from various communities together. Now we have some events lined up, Claire, and if you just bear with us, we're just going to talk about them because I'm so excited, but also wanting to note that Claire gave a piece of herself for one of our Latinas in her business New York events. So we love you and thank you for that.
I love you guys.
Oh, we love you too. And your crew, your combo, isn't that how you say it in Spanish? Tu combo. Alex, please.
Corillo.
Yeah, thank
El
you.
corillo,
Someone
yeah.
help me. You have one of those, Claire. I'm not sure if you realize.
I was going to ask you, did I say it right in Spanish, mi amor?
Corillo.
No, what he's when I was explaining that he was an advocate. And
Oh, yeah.
lo dije
I think
bien,
you did
¿verdad,
a good
corazón?
job.
Sí, está muy bien, yeah.
Oh, wow. Alex is speaking in Spanish too. We're getting it. Alex, it's you. I was getting to the question, but tell me about your events. Tell me everything that you're doing in between now and the end of the month. And then, Claire, we're going to transition you, and you tell us some exciting things that we can watch, and so that our viewers know to watch you and when to watch you, okay? Does that sound okay? Alex, what is going on with you? Can you tell me where and when I can find you?
Yeah, so if you don't see me speaking at events or at festivals and parades, you can come to one of my events.
I definitely want to.
Next week, I believe. Next week is Black and Latino Pride Week here in Buffalo. The purpose of it is to support and empower and amplify the voices of LGBTQ plus people of color in Western New York. So that starts July 19th through the 24th. We're going to be starting with our ballroom masterclass with the Mocha Center. They're going to be having some folks from HBO's Legendary teaching people how to Vogue and teaching people various categories. The next day, we have our Rebellious Soul Barbecue at Unity Island. So that's really just, for our community to come together, eat some food, dance, and just have a good time. And then our two main events, Friday, July 22nd is a Black and Latino Pride Festival.
Cool.
So that's going to be on Allen Street between Delaware and Franklin. The street is being closed off. We have performers, including somebody from HBO, who we will be announcing very soon.
We need to go.
Yeah, it's totally free as well. And then we have the Banji Ball, which is going to be at Bayville Asbury Hall on Sunday, July 24th. That is the final event. So that's going to be a mainstream ball. We're going to have a lot of categories. We're going to have judges, cash prizes. We've got some people coming from out of town. And it really is just like a moment for our community to come together, and especially for our youth to learn and master self-expression through the form of ballroom.
That is
cool.
So
awesome.
I'm all about the outfits. Claire, I can't dance, but I'm all about the outfits. So I'm sure that there's going to be some amazing, amazing outfits. Alex, I'm just so proud of everything that you do and the amazing advocate you are. And Claire, also, like the spaces, like the physical spaces, like you do on digital, that you build around like your advocacy. Like that's amazing. Does anyone have any reactions to Alex, what he said? Steph, do you have any questions?
I want to go there. I just want to go and dance. I don't know.
We want to go.
Take me with you.
I know, Claire.
I'll send you the link.
That booty, but I will cry.
Claire, we know you're going to be supporting us from where you are, and we want to make sure with the show to do a good job to stay connected with all of us so that we're all connected and we can all support each other.
I actually have something to say about CJ Couture.
Okay.
She has a jar. Okay.
You have a
and
jar,
she's
Claire?
been collecting money all year long. So when December comes, she will give that jar of money to a family in need.
That's so nice,
Oh, wow.
Claire.
Mm-hmm.
Look at what
We
you
just
do.
decided to do our loose change and just, I just like to help.
Yeah, that's
That's
so good.
amazing.
I feel like it had to be said, Claire. Sorry.
Yeah. No,
thank you.
we love good people. Claire, you're an amazing
Oh,
person.
we have Mike. Hi, and Michael, my brother's here too.
Is it my
Hi.
Titi Migdalia?
No, it says
Okay.
Mick Rambo Hinton.
Oh, I don't think you're my Titi Migdalia, but if you are, bendición, Titi, I love you.
And Bernice Turner says, this is fantastic. Hi.
Hi, Bernice. Thank you. We love you. Watch
Hey.
episode 5. So, Claire, tell us, what are you excited about? Okay, first of all, how can I watch you? What are your handles? You're famous, and I want to be a part of your digital world because you have a corrillo.
I'll get you in it.
Can we say what a corrillo is for everybody who's watching that doesn't know what that is? Spanglish moment.
Corrido is like a group of people that are basically a bunch of friends, but it's like a really mass crowd.
And they're dedicated.
And they're dedicated
And
to
there's
each
a
other.
leader. So,
Claire's the leader.
Those are true things. Those are true things. Claire, what are you excited about? How can we watch you? What's your handle?
Yes, so it's CJ Couture. Just that's it, CJ Couture. And I go live. I try to go live at least during the school year from 10 to 2 every day, Monday through Friday. Oh yeah, it's a long experience. Like you don't have to just stay for the whole 4 hours, but that I talk, I make crowns, I talk about the awareness, and it is just so much fun that people watch their crowns being made.
That's so cool. You know I I want a crown,
Wow.
it has to be pink. Alex, I'm not sure if you're getting one, but I certainly am. Claire, that's really cool. So, okay, so you're CJ Couture, and that's on TikTok?
Facebook,
Yes. And then
Instagram.
Insta is going to be CJ Couture Online.
Okay, perfect. And we'll tag you underneath. And Alex, any of the handles that you want or any of the links that you want, just let us know and we'll drop underneath. I am proud to say we got
Okay.
640 views on our last episode. And Claire, for me, that's a lot.
Wow.
I'm like, okay.
Oh, that's good.
Do you really
That's
feel like that?
good?
I'm proud. Go ahead, Steph.
We also have Rafael is here too. He's watching. Hi, Rafael.
She can say hi to him. Go ahead.
And Dorca says that she wants a crown. I'm gonna hook you guys
Oh
up.
yeah, we're totally gonna get Dorcas a crown. I love those, Claire. So very much in the spirit of what you were talking about with the collecting of the coins, we have like this idea that we're all gonna support each other, and I call it microfunding.
Microfunding.
I call it microfunding. And it's really basically the idea that you have, which is like women and other people who need each other to kind of overcome some of these barriers of power that exist. Like, we can support each other, right? So we have this opportunity with our event. It's during Alex's week. It's his week, right? But there's a name to it. So it's the 23rd. And the event, Claire, we're doing, like, people can come, they can introduce themselves, because we always do a social, right? And if they do, like, a really good introduction and they want to participate, we vote on who has, like, the best, like, intro, right? And then we're giving them $150.
That's so sweet.
Wow.
I'm super excited. And what I think is cool, and I don't always get a chance to talk about this, is that it's unrestricted. So, Claire, we're not asking them what they're doing with it. Alex, I'm not asking what your home income is, because I think so many times people go to seek opportunities, Claire, and they feel uncomfortable sharing those things, or just the disclosures are more than the amount of the award. So I'm just going to give y'all money. Just give me social media posts and tell me you love me. Like, that's all. And we have multiple awards, so I'm super, super excited. And I really do believe in this idea that I think we're all talking about, is like people plus people equals power. And like, if you put people plus people in dollars, and that equals a lot
More
of
power.
power and
Yeah.
dollars. Yes. So, Steph, thank
Stop.
you for watching our comments. Can you do a time check for us? How much time have we spent talking together? Richard, how much time have we spent? We have a timer. Just so you know, we have a timer right in front of my face. And I still don't know.
I love it.
What is it, Stephanie? How much time? It's hard for me to do these kind of things. Do you see it?
I do.
Yo no sé, pero I am so excited about Latinas in business, and I'm so excited about being connected to positive people. So we always do this question, and it's like one of our wrapping questions, but it's always like when we're like 2/3 through, I'm thinking I'm hungry. I'm like, okay. So I'll be watching my own show. I'm like, okay. So
We've been
we're
live for 27 minutes.
Oh, we've been live for 27 minutes. Okay, so we're at perfect timing. Our closing. So, Claire, in the Latino community, we all have like a doña, which is like our grandma, someone that like we respect, that we love. A lot of times it's a female and they're domineering, but it doesn't have to be that kind of person. So we're very place-based, right? Because I'm a total Buffalo girl. And we always ask each one of our guests like where their doña or like someone they're proud of is from, and then you say like a little bit about that place. And I'm proud that you're in Wyoming right now. Like, you are so
Oklahoma.
Oklahoma. Sorry. Oh my God, that was the first time I did it too. Oklahoma. But either way, you're super exotic.
You'll never forget now. I
No,
promise.
but I have loyalty to you wherever you are. So, Alex, start us off. Steph, start us off. Where is there your doña from, right? And where is that place, and why do you love it? And we'll do our round, and then we'll close, because this is always one of my favorite questions.
Oh, yeah. Before I do that,
Oh, we have other questions.
no, we have a comment that I actually loved. Jackie said, it's such a no judgment zone. It's amazing. Yeah, no. Our lives, our podcast, our shows, everything that we do is more of a push and pull thing. We are not here to judge you or make you feel less. We're actually here
No
to help you.
judgment.
Exactly. We are here actually to help you grow and show your stuff off.
Yeah, and like buy stuff and wear makeup and have fun and just
Yes.
free flowing conversation, support events. Steph, where is your doña from?
My doña is from my doña. Her name is Efigenia. We called her Effie. She is from Ponce, Puerto Rico.
I'm not from Ponce.
She's not from Ponce,
But I
she
support
hypes me
Ponce.
up.
I
She
do,
hypes
because
it
she
up.
gets excited and I get excited. Ponce, Huepa, everybody who's in Ponce, we love you.
A todos los que están en Ponce les mando un beso y un abrazo. Los amamos con el alma.
Claire, too. Thank you, Claire.
My doña is from Ponce. She is from el barrio La Carmelita. Mi abuela es del barrio Las Carmelitas. It's like I say every other day. My grandmother was a seamstress.
Yes.
She would sew uniforms for kids in her barrio, and she also used to clean other people's houses. And I think my grandmother was a very powerful woman. She raised 5 children, and she helped those 5 children raise their kids, including me. I was one of the lucky ones that lived with her since I was born, and thanks to her, I am the person that I am today.
With beautiful hair.
Oh, with amazing hair.
She has amazing hair, everyone. Thank you for that, Stephanie. I'm sorry, I don't mean to scream in there. I literally love the story about Stephanie's grandma, and I don't care how many times I hear it, Claire, we're going to tell it, because I love that she made clothes. Like, I think that's so cool.
Yeah,
I also
my grandmother
love
was a great seamstress. Like, kids would come with these weird uniform
Don't
requests.
say that.
They
were personalized.
Yeah, they were personalized requests. They were a bit weird for me, though. And my grandmother would just take a deep breath and she would be like, yes, I got this. When do you need it for? And she would have it ready. Like, I would see piles on piles of tela that she needed to make, and she rocked it out.
That's awesome. We love your doña. We love Ponce. Alex, Alex, you are next. Where is your doña from? Do you have one, and where is that person from?
You know, I don't have one in particular, but I can say that there are many incredible women that have influenced me throughout my life. You know, in various capacities. Obviously, I always think of my mother first when I think of women that have influenced me.
Yes.
My
We
mother
love your
really
mom.
is.
You love your mom, Alex. That's one of the things I love about you.
Yes, she really is. If anyone's ever gotten a chance to meet her, they know that she's a wonderful woman, and she really inspires me every day. You know, she's always gone above and beyond, from working the education system with bilingual, students that had special needs. You know, her entire career was just dedicated and rooting compassion. Just kind acts throughout the day, every single day. Bringing people food when they were hungry, buying people's groceries, giving people rides.
Alex, is that your original sentence? What did you say? Kind acts throughout the day, all day. That stuck with me. That's a sentence and a half. Stephanie's going to write that down. That's a good one.
I mean, I think that kindness for her was not really an act, but more so something that she was.
Like a spirit.
She was kind. I mean, is. Yeah.
Well, yeah, where is she from? Where is she from?
She's from Moca, Puerto Rico.
From Moca, Huepa. Okay.
Yeah, Moca, yeah.
Hi, everybody in Moca.
To the United States.
Un saludo a todos que nos ven en Moca.
I was just there, actually.
No, you weren't.
Yeah, I was there. Yes, I was. Like a month ago.
Claire, he's like, why are you calling me out? That's amazing.
Yeah, I was there. They make the best tostones out of Moca.
This is what we're talking about. This right here, that's what I'm trying to hear. The tostones. Let's go.
Right from the tree. They'll cut them right from the tree and fry them right there in front of you.
Oh my God, that sounds so
good. I love to eat. I love to eat.
Yeah.
Everyone knows this.
You know. But, I'll also say, aside from my mother, just seeing all the hardworking Latinas from the West Side, that were always doing their thing, that were always supporting their families, that were hustling in any way, from educators to people that are working in the service industries or working multiple jobs to support their families, or who even sold things from their houses, like limberos or pasteles. To me, that was always inspiring, and I always had a tremendous amount of respect towards them, and we always, made sure that we supported those women.
Absolutely. Micro enterprise is so important. Alex, thank you for that. Claire, do you have someone in your life that's like a Doña, or like Alex said, that motivates him? Where is that person from? Stephannie wants to ask more questions. I can see it. And then also, what is your favorite food? Stephannie, what is your question?
No, it wasn't actually a question. I was actually going to say,
Okay, babe.
our Latinas in Business has a baby, my baby.
Oh,
he's
yes.
watching with us.
Oh, papi,
My baby's watching. But no, Alex, when are we going to go to Puerto Rico para comer pasteles and all that good stuff?
Bring me, Claire.
Listen, if we can't go to Puerto Rico, we bring Puerto Rico to us, because
Exactly.
I'm not scared.
I like cooking.
It's 5 o'clock every time.
I like cooking.
I like
Claire
cooking.
knows this. Yeah, I'll make the pernil and the pasteles, and everybody can come to my house and we can all
I think
eat.
Claire and I can commit to come eating. I'm not a cooker or a dancer, but I'm a consumer. So please let me know.
I love all three. I mean, I'm not scared to say that I wake up in the morning, one of the first things I say is, a comer pasteles, a comer lechon.
Arroz con andula y arroz. Yeah!
That needed to happen on my show. That needed to happen on our show. Alex, that's why I invite my friends here. Like, literally, Claire, this always feels like a conversation of my friends, and then it's incredible because other people watch it. I'm like, you like my friends? Claire, talk to us. Tell us who's that person that inspires you.
Yeah, so I actually do have someone who inspires me. She literally texts me all the time. She is she literally buys everything that I put on the market first.
Yes,
She's
her.
the first, and it's my aunt.
Yay, your aunt. Oh, also, let's clap for Alex's mom, too, because we're going to clap for everyone, but also clapping for your aunt. Tell us about your aunt. Where does she live?
She lives in Tulsa, the Tulsa area, so I get to see her frequently. But she's literally, when you start a business and it's kind of like, oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
No, never like that. She's always like, yeah, you're going to do it. I was like, I'm going to have 1 million. I told her this last Christmas. I was like, I'm going to have 1 million likes by next Christmas. And I had over 2 million. She's like, I know you're going to do it.
You have 2 million likes.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Claire, I love you. I love your background. I love your crown and the fact that you said that, but you're such a kind person. That's what, do you know what I mean? Like that 2 million people have seen your content and they've absorbed your kindness. That I feel like is powerful.
I think that's what keeps me going. I mean, keeps it going. Keep the positivity and the movement. We don't have a slowdown in views or orders. People are still wanting the ribbons. They're still wanting help. And every day it's more and more people need this.
Claire and I connected so well that we worked together on a soap. The soap that we made for her, that Wonderland made for them, for CJ Couture was called #YouMatter.
That is nice.
Wow.
And your soap is good, Alex. Her soap is good. I always say it's actually good. Like, it's good. That's amazing. I feel like I need to do more in the world. Claire, what is your aunt's favorite food or because Oklahoma?
Yes.
Oklahoma. Let's go. I'm going to buy some Oklahoma gear for you, Claire. What's the best thing to eat in Oklahoma, in Tulsa? Because we eventually will come there. Tell us. What do we eat?
Tomahawk steak.
What is
Oh, that sounds nice.
Alex is like,
my God.
what is? That's my friend. That's like my reaction. That's what I'm thinking inside my head.
28 ounces, sometimes more. It
steak?
can feed a lot. But it's a steak, okay? But it's on a bone. It's still on the bone. And they cook it like that. And it looks like a tomahawk.
Is there potatoes?
It's the coolest thing ever.
I'm a little bit Irish. I just want to know if there's some potatoes. You got me sold.
Oh, yeah.
So
We got all the good
Yeah,
stuff.
it's like
all
for
the good
us.
stuff.
It's like for us in Puerto Rico, it's arroz con gandules, pernil, ensalada de codito, and pasteles.
Right.
Yeah.
Tulsa, Oklahoma. I love you, Claire. I'm so excited. I can't just say it how special I feel that you're joining us, and Alex too, that you've given us your time. And I want to tell my story about my little grandma. So Claire, my grandma was very, very short but very opinionated, like many people's grandmas. And her name was we called her Rosa, but her real name was Ramona Donata, right? Because everyone in Puerto Rico has these very long names. I perpetuated that. My son's name is 8 names. And then her last name was Rodriguez Aviles, and she was from ovejas, which actually means sheep, because we're fancy. Barrio Sheep in Añaco, Puerto Rico, which isn't too far from...
Añaco.
Right, thank you. Which isn't too far from where Steph is from. And during the year, when things are good, I live in Rincon. And my favorite thing to eat in Rincon is everything. Because all I do is eat. Claire, you'll learn that about me as we get closer and I become part of your corillo.
I tell her every time when I'm with Talia, and I think she's tired of hearing me say this, I'm going to get chocolates or something for Talia to feed her.
Okay, so Stephannie, and then, so we're going to do our plugs now because I am hungry in all seriousness.
Dorcas said Carolina and Loisa, huepa.
Okay, yeah, Dorcas is putting up for her doña. Thank you. Dorcas, yes. So we're actually going to do a food tour, but that's in the works. They don't know that. But what I was going to say is if everyone can drop their handles, right, and then say the next thing that they want all of our listeners, our watchers, the people who love us to do or follow, that would be wonderful. Claire, let's start with you. Just remind people of your handle and then when you want them to see you again.
Yeah, so definitely I want you to be there between 10 and 2, Monday through Friday, and it's going to be on TikTok. That is my main platform. And yes, get me at CJ Couture.
Okay.
And that's it, Couture.
We love Claire.
I do.
Go Tulsa.
We do with all our heart.
Let's go. Seriously.
Yeah, it's super fun. And the one thing I want to say is that I want you to every day and wake up and envision the top 5 people that you love in your life and make sure that you are on the list.
That is powerful. And I'm like, wow. Are there 5?
Just make sure that you love yourself.
Claire, I love that. That is very powerful. There's been some real stuff. There's been some real stuff that's been dropped in the show. And Claire, that's definitely one of them. And as we come to a close, I really do appreciate that. So we want to remind you, love yourself. Have yourself on the list. Thank you, Claire. And follow Claire, because I'm gonna. Alex, where do we find you? Other than at Panda?
They're my favorite contact
they
list.
Know you.
Listen, that beef lo mein hits. Okay. So full name Alexandre Burgos. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram. My username is Alexandre IG ALEXAND letter IG. I'm on LinkedIn as well. And then, if you don't see me on social media, you'll probably see me out and about in the community somewhere.
Thank you, Alex. We love you. I love you so much. I'm so glad you came. He's my friend, everyone. I keep saying that. Okay, Stephannie, tell them where to find you. Other than here, which they know where to look for you here.
Wherever Talia is, I'm there.
Huepa.
Because she's my best friend.
And she's my administrator. So if I'm there, that means she told me to be there.
Yeah.
And that's outside of work at baseball. Steph, for real, what's your handle, babe?
Well, you guys can find me in Facebook, Stephannie Alcazar. Instagram, Stephannie Alcazar, or Wonderland Soothing Creations, both Facebook and Instagram. Of course, TikTok, it's Josette. It's with a 0 and a 3 at the end. And Wonderland Soothing for TikTok as well.
All right, y'all, we love you. We're working on some stuff for you. We're really excited. I put out a schedule. It's on my Facebook of when we'll be live again and then when we'll be running Instagram live. Please look for Claire and Alex. They are in our world, and we're going to be bringing them back, and we're going to be sharing the things that we're really proud of that they do. Be sure to tune in with us on our next show that I don't know the date of right now, but is coming and is on my schedule. So I believe, hold on.
I got this.
The schedule's pink, Claire. That was the most important thing. I was like, as long as this is pink and the font speaks to me, I'm fine with it.
The next show, our next podcast, it's going to be on the 19th.
Our next podcast is on the 19th. That's in the middle of Alex's week. But we're really excited to invite you back and would encourage anyone that just joined us now to hit that replay play button so you can watch all of the fun that we had. All right, I'm going to flip the switch, which means we're off air, but I'm going to thank y'all again and tell you how much I love you. Go Tulsa! Can we give a Claire up for Claire? Alex, thank you for coming in, and we will see all y'all next time, okay? Thanks for joining us.
Yes.
Bye.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
No problem.
We are off the air.
Are we off the air, Richard?
You're off of Facebook. I'm going to knock you off of YouTube.
How you do?
And